Hi, this is Crispy724, and today we're going to be going over a budget deck that took Daniel Sughroue to a top 8 IQ finish. So let's jump into the deck. So this is a Temur Aggro deck. It's going to use red, green, and blue in order to get the job done. And since it's an aggro deck, let's go ahead and look at the creatures that we're going to be using. So for our creatures in our main deck, we have 2 Duskwatch Recruiter, 4 Sidisi's Faithful, 4 Gold Knight Castigators, 2 Crater Elementals, 4 Jaddi Offshoots, 4 Profaner of the Dead, and 4 Mizzium Meddler. Now, at first glance, you may look at this and say, how are these creatures going to close out this game? I have a lot of creatures with a lot of toughness, but not a lot of power. And in case you haven't already guessed it, that's right, it's going to be Assault Formation that makes this deck possible. So for those unfamiliar, Assault Formation basically means that each creature deals damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Okay, it can also turn a defender into attacker, and also pump all our creatures with +1 defense, aka also 1 offense. So if we look back at this deck, now we have a situation where a Gold Knight Castigator with an Assault Formation on the ground is a 9/9 flyer with haste. Okay, that's bigger than a Reality Smasher and cheaper. Okay, so that can close out some games really fast. Also, with some other cards like Crater Elemental and our Sidisi's Faithful, we can dish out some pretty big damage for cheap. Okay, using our Duskwatch Recruiter if we have it in order to try to get some more cards. Okay, or putting other cards down for cheap. Other than that combo, we have some protection with Glint, which we're running 3 of, in order to give a creature hexproof until end of turn, and also give it 3 defense, which in our case is also 3 power. Okay, and in the situations we're running against Mono White humans or someone's early game, we have Radiant Flames to help clear that board. And in our case, for almost all of our creatures, they're going to survive that Radiant Flames, meaning we can clear the board and then start attacking again next turn. In order to get this done for our lands, besides our 7 basics, we're going to have some Cinderglade, some Shivan Reef, Game Trail, Yavimaya Coast, and Evolving Wilds. This deck actually does a pretty good job of making sure that you have the mana you need to cast everything. Okay, so that's the main deck. Now, once we get to our sideboard, and the version that was run, there's 3 Fall of the Titans, 1 Dispel, 2 more Duskwatch Recruiters, which I think is crucial, 2 Negates, 1 Magmatic Chasm, 3 Fevered Visions, and 3 Cummel to Dust. Now, depending on what kind of meta you're running into, you may want to change this up greatly. So, for instance, if you run up against a lot of control, you may want to run 4 Fevered Visions. Crumble to Dust in here, maybe they were expecting more of some ramp or something, so maybe that's not a big deal depending on when you're playing, but that's the version that was run. Okay, so that's it for today. Go ahead and check out this deck. Again, it's 38 ticks, $79. It does a lot of damage for its price, so check it out. Thanks again for watching. This is Crispy724 with PixelPub, signing off.